Hey, what's going on, everybody? Back today with another video. And this historic peace deal that Trump, I guess, I don't know, bartered, middleman, whatever, between Israel and UAE. This is huge, man. But somehow, everyone in the media just seems to find a way to make this maybe not a bad thing, but they can't. It's like it's impossible for them to say anything good about Donald Trump. It's impossible. It's almost like they'll just instantly burst into flames and just explode or something. I don't know, man. What is it going to take for these people to just admit he's not that bad? Someone who is an evil dictator who is determined to just take over the world. They would never do this. They would never do this. It's just some of the things they're talking about is just crazy. And yeah, we do have, the number one trending thing on Twitter right now, impeach. But anyway, guys, before we get into the video today, make sure you share, subscribe, like the video. It really helps me out trying to get past, YouTube really doesn't like people talking about news on their platform. Trust me, I've built other YouTubes in the past and other channels in the past, and they started out a lot better than what this one did. Just putting news in the description is they really don't like it. But anyway, we can get into this video. The other thing I wanted to touch on tonight, we're gonna go back to those topics, but the other thing I wanted to touch on tonight is the economic crisis. It's just, there's a lot of people out there saying that everything's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. The Federal Reserve, they've got you. They're just going to print the money. You're going to get it. Donald Trump's going to extend everybody's unemployment, albeit it'll be a little bit, lower than what it used to be before. I don't trust it, man. I really don't trust it. If you don't know, I'm not going to make this episode about, the Federal Reserve and the history behind all that and Jekyll Island and stuff. But if you want to know more about it, then look into the piece from Jekyll Island and read it and watch the documentaries and see how the Fed actually works and how it's not actually federal. It's a private bank that prints our money, and it's not money, it's debt. If you look on a dollar or any denominated debt note that there is, it just says Federal Reserve note. That's it. And it says this debt is legal tender. No, it doesn't. It says this note is legal tender. Anyway, I am not sponsored by anyone at all. I don't do sponsors. I do buy silver. If it'll focus. There we go. I do buy silver and gold. I believe in having your own wealth and being able to hold it. So I don't trade equities. I don't do stocks and bonds or any of that kind of stuff. I buy, I guess you could say I'm a prepper. I buy ammo and food and all that stuff. But I didn't buy that before all this crazy stuff happened. Whenever all the runs started happening on the stores and you literally couldn't get food, I was like, yeah, that's enough for me. That's enough for me. I want to be able to eat whenever it hits the fan, So if any of you guys are in a position to do so, I highly recommend getting food, water, storables, all that good stuff. If you can't, I get it. A lot of people live paycheck to paycheck. It's just part of the game. If you do know how to hunt, though, the best thing you can do is just invest in some bullets, because you'll always be able to eat. You got a high-powered rifle and some brass throwdown range. And like I said, I'm not sponsored, but I think the best website for you guys to go to is JM Bullion. From everything I've checked, they are the best prices. Like, by far, they're the best prices on silver and gold right now. And they're running out of stock too, so if you got the extra money to spare, I'd get it. I don't think prices. This is not financial advice, but I don't think prices are going to go up or down anytime soon. Who knows? It might go up, might go down. I don't know. They did just go down big, but that was after it already went up massively. So I don't know. I just like having my money in my hand. I've got hundreds of ounces of silver. But anyway, let's get back into this because, one, Trump brokered this historic peace deal, and there's already calls now saying he needs to get the Nobel Peace Prize. Like, we know that's going to happen. Yeah, That's gonna happen. Oh, wow. But hell, they just give those out like candy. And in some cases, you don't even have to do anything and you get one, Obama. Even though I don't have anything. I mean, well, they did call him, pretty bad names for killing Americans from those drone hits over in the Middle East. That was pretty bad. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. And I remember him saying he was going to bring our troops home. And then I was one of those troops he sent over there. And I never got brought home until it was time to come home. I had to do the whole stint. And now, trending on Twitter, number one is impeach because of the whole Donald Trump's trying to defund the postal office. Well, he's not trying to defund the postal office. He's trying to stop more funds from going to the postal office to deal with the election. And then the crowd's like, it's clearly election meddling, it's clearly election fraud, it's clearly all that. Okay, well, why is it then in the coronavirus bill the Democrats were trying to get passed no signature verification? And if there's any Democrats watching this video, you're going to say I'm lying and all that other stuff. You're going to post that. You're going to post AP and you're going to post CNN and all that other stuff. Articles saying that that's not true. Did you read the bill? Did you actually read the bill yourself? Or did you just read a news article with someone's opinion in it? And be truthful. Why would you take signature verification out and voter ID? Because what they were trying to do was force the remaining states that require voter ID to not require it anymore. What is the actual reason for doing that unless you were trying to cheat? I can't actually think of another reason for doing that unless you're going to cheat. But that's fine. Whatever. Let's just go through the circus. Impeach him again. As far as I'm concerned, whatever. I don't care. Impeach him again because we already know what's going to happen. Literally nothing, and all you're going to do is make his base want to vote for him even more, and you're going to push more moderates, more liberals, people in the middle, and even Democrats from your side to the other side. Because here's the truth. Here's the truth that it just seems like a lot of people can't get in their heads. Donald Trump is the most liberal president that we have, and he's the only liberal option we have right now. There are no other liberal options. And I don't mean liberal in the colloquial sense. I mean liberal in the classical sense of liberal. Thomas Jefferson, Thomas Paine, George Washington, the founding fathers essentially. Liberalism, freedom of speech. Who else is doing that right now? What other candidate? I mean, the Democrats did have Tulsi Gabbard, and I would have gladly voted for Tulsi. 100% gladly voted for Tulsi. Can't. You know why? She makes too much sense. Apparently, somewhere down the line of the Democratic Party, it was like, oh, we just can't make sense. No sense at all. No sense. No sense. If you make sense, period, you gotta go, man. You gotta go. Why do you think Tulsi isn't running in this next election? I think she's, honestly, I personally think she's tired of it, but I think she knows she can't win. You know why? Because she voted against impeachment. She knew that they didn't have grounds to stand on. It was phony. But you can't say that to these people. If you say anything that doesn't agree with the group or the clique, you're out. You're out. You're done. I'm convinced. Look, this is because it's almost like you can read the Democratic script all the way straight down the path. It's so disgusting, but it's so easily identifiable and readable. I am convinced Kamala Harris is going to be president if Joe Biden wins. I am convinced that is going to happen. I just know it. He's going to step aside. He's going to have a heart attack, a stroke. Something's going to happen. She's going to be the next president. And then it'll probably be, ooh, that's good. Who's the VP? I guess the VP would automatically go to, the speaker? Yeah. Which would be Nancy Pelosi. Is that what y'all want? Is that what y'all want? VP Pelosi! Hell yeah, VP Pelosi, baby. Oh my God. Oh, what if it was Adam Schiff? Oh my God, dude, we are so screwed. We are so screwed! BLM activists. I think I mentioned this yesterday, but yeah. Man, they're really caring about Black lives right now. I tell you what. They keep saying this is all for George Floyd and all this nonsense. Didn't they arrest those people already? Pretty sure they did. Pretty sure he got justice. Pretty sure those guys are standing trial for murder. Huh. Crazy. Still riding, right? I get some of their issues. If you want to say Black Lives Matter too, and that's what it used to be called, and you want me to stand behind you because I will, dude. And it's your right to protest. Peacefully. I will stand beside you and 100% argue. You have the right to be there. You have the right to do that. And you have the right to steal Gucci. I mean, wait. Last part. Take the last part off. Take the last part off. No Gucci stealing. No Gucci stealing. Look, the media, for whatever reason, I don't know why, they're just not honest anymore and they won't actually do journalism. It's infuriating to the umpteenth degree. But let's just say it for what it is. This movement is communist and socialist in its nature. Period. And the Nazis were socialist. Got to add that in too. They always like to make distinctions. Socialism and communism are two different things. One's a form of government and the other one's a form of economy. Okay, but they have to work in cohort together, right? Because one is an economy and one's a government. And you can't have one without the other. So they're both the same thing. Oh, dude, I love it. I love it when the socialists and the communists on Facebook they want to point out how great China's doing now. It's like they have. Ooh, I wanted to cuss so bad. They have freaking concentration camps, man. Literally the same thing that Adolf Hitler did in the 30s and 40s. And he was a socialist, and the same thing, they're doing it now. And you're saying he wasn't a socialist, but they're doing it now. They're literally doing it now. They're literally selling people's organs in China right now. Stop being Islamophobic. I'm not being Islamophobic. If I had it my way, honestly, if I had it my way, and I was the supreme dictator of the Communist Party, I would get all the nations together that we were all friends with. I would get an invading party. I would put landing craft on the shores of China and take that son of a bitch over and get those people out of those concentration camps. And as soon as we got them out of China, I'd give it all back. Be like, whoops, my bad, didn't mean to invade. We were just here to get those guys out. Personally, that's what I would do. Supposedly. Allegedly. Oh man, I think this one's going on for too long. Hell, I don't think I touched all the points. I'm in the P still though. Let's just end it on a good note because it's always so negative, man. It's always so negative, and I know why it has to be, and I said this in the last video. Obviously, it's because it sells. No one wants to watch a video like, hey, sunshine for the next 3 years. Ha ha ha! Have a good day, folks. Yeah, you're not getting views. There has to be, but it's so easy now because they've clearly lost their minds. And I've said this one too many times. I'm not Republican. I voted for Ron Paul once, but he's not Republican. He's literally a libertarian, and he ran as a libertarian presidential candidate. But he had to go over to the Republicans because you just can't get voted in as an independent unless you're Jesse. Anyway, man, again, I'm working stuff up. I got a lot of stuff in the works. I'm going to have this studio finished, and I am working on having a podcast in here. I don't know how long it's going to take me to do that, but I'm trying to get everything set up to where I can do, at least 5 of these videos a day. But for the meantime, right now, I don't have enough time to do all that, so right now we're stuck only doing 1 a day. I might be able to squeak out 2 starting tomorrow, not sure yet. But once I get all this stuff set up, it might take me about probably 2 more weeks. Once I get everything, finalized, we're going to be doing a bunch of these videos a day, and eventually the podcast, and we'll work on getting some guests soon. Anyway, guys, love you. Till next time.